Thank you so much for being here today. You have no idea how big of a smile, like way even bigger than this one, I saw when I saw your guys's names already there. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Happy first live reading of the new year. And what I also discovered today was that we have not had today's special energy. The link is below in the description box. We have not had the special Life Path 1 energy of cycles since January. Today's January 8th, and the last one was not since September 1st. So we had not had a day that added up to a 19. And not only is that bringing us the energy, of course, for the red root chakra, that is normally the Wheel of Fortune energy, and then that breaks down to our magician energy. But when it's a special path of cycles, and if your birth date adds up to a 19, then you would be in this special path of cycles as well that adds in and factors in the Leo sun energy, the happiness, the happiest card in the deck. And today is the 8th of January. However, whenever you see this message is when you were meant to find it. So don't worry about the timing because energy is cyclical and it always comes back around. So hello to you. Thank you so much, Miss Crystal, Kathy, Ash, Brandy. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you being here. Miss Peg. And I think I said Brandy. If I didn't already, well, there you go. Hi. Thank you for being here. So if you've noticed on the notes, if you haven't had a chance to check yet, that's okay. The Sun, Venus, and Mars are all at the same 20th lesson, or excuse me, the 19th lesson. Tomorrow is going to be about the 20th lesson with that Mars CAZIMI. But today, if you guys have ever seen a show, I don't remember what it was on. I just remember watching it with the kids at school because they loved it. These small little kids, they're about 4 or 5 years old, and it says carrying a huge shopping bag. And you're like, why would a 5-year-old or a 4-year-old be carrying a shopping bag? But not only did those little kids take direction, got everything on the grocery list, walked themselves home in the safety of like school zones and people helping them cross the street, these little kids went off to the store by themselves and returned with everything they were supposed to, got the money right and everything. So that's what I thought of when I think about that symbol. And it's all about taking on and managing difficult challenges, which is pretty much like our soul's journey, right? So we'll see where we go. Miss Jude, thanks for being here. Yeah, my little sister started, it's got chills, started back work today. For her nursing job, and she's like, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. I'm like, yeah, that happens when people die. So it was quite the shock. I had no idea that 2025 wasn't quite done with my personal 9-year of endings and culminations, and boy was it the biggest one of my life. So had to squeeze another one in there, I suppose. So, yeah, thank you for all of your messaging and your emails and your texts. I love you guys so much. And it's like, man, really? You know, you feel like you're starting to get back to feeling okay and not crying every single day, and then boom, you get blindsided again. So there's Mr. Brett, Miss Moni. Thanks for being here, guys. So speaking of the Capricorn stellium we got going on in the sky here, we've got the 14 card of Earth. And I believe I've gotten this for you guys before. There's that sun energy coming through here, but it's a rainbow sun. And then we have her crown chakra here ignited and connected to the divine. Her heart chakra is lit up from the flow up. And then as she's seated here, all of these are connected into the earth, all of her roots. Today is Happy Red Root Day, Red Chakra Day. But instead of it being the path of power, like I was saying, we add in the energy of the sun with today's date adding up to a 19. And we get three major arcana energies coming in for us today. So this is about nurture nature, using those signs of nature all around. And wow, our star chakra day. So this is a lot of Leo energy. The soul star chakra is our eighth chakra, and I see 8, now 9 of you watching now. So thank you very much. Merging with the divine. And I was just talking here in this energy about how she's connected. And I hadn't even glanced over at that card yet. And there's our transformation of Pluto. I feel like because the swords have been coming up so much, like in last night's reading, it was all over that Yang reading, just a shit ton of a shit ton of swords, rather. And I was like, I wonder if Pluto is about to change lessons, because I've noticed the pattern of when Pluto's getting ready to change its Sabian lesson, those swords start showing up a lot. So tomorrow, about 10:21 p.m. tomorrow night here Eastern Standard Time, we are moving in the Aquarian energy out of the symbol of a deserter from the Navy, which is about refusing to comply with inappropriate authority. So it reminds me of the Black Moon Lilith table flipper energy of nope, not doing that. I'm doing only what I desire. And here in the environmental energy, it's not happening yet till tomorrow evening late, but we will be shifting into the energy, the symbol of a Hindu healer. So I like here how she's connecting to her higher self. She's connected into her third eye, her higher soul, and then she's using today's root energy to ground her own energy and is taking those messages from nature. And then a Hindu healer is understanding that necessary lessons are to heal ourselves of distortions of light. So, as I was saying, 2025 wasn't done with my loved ones yet. So, those distortions of light, like, of course, nobody gets to escape this world without losing people that they love. But I feel like instead of table flipping about it or being upset about it, then we're learning to accept that transformative energy in order here to evolution. So Aquarius is the sign of revolution. So there we go. And if you've seen my notes about a mature woman about to be reawakened by romance, if you haven't met someone new yet and you're not currently cuffed up, I feel like that's coming along, especially once Uranus goes direct in Taurus. It's the only energy in the sky in Taurus right now, which is about maturity within relationships. We go from just like, oh, focusing on the sex is great, and when you get older you realize that you have more things to focus on and be interested in that are going to have to keep carrying the relationships forward, right? Doesn't mean it can't be there, but it's just a broader, more well-defined, it's a more mature relationship. So that is all about anybody who thinks they're past their prime and they don't have a new relationship coming, think again. I'm here to tell you different. I believe especially once Uranus goes direct and not retrograde, because that's internal, that could be when the external's coming in to match the work that you've done. So without further ado, let me grab my second Earth deck since I used my other one for last night's reading. On the notes today, you'll see when the last time these special energies happened. Today will be the special path of cycles. Tomorrow, instead of a path of knowledge, we have the card of, or we have the energy of notoriety. So that'll be tomorrow. And then January 10th on Saturday, when my mom's funeral is, it's the special path of connection. And here she is connected here too, back to the earth, so to speak. So we've got our angel number as well. My notes are here. And we've got intuitive choices here with our third eye, angel number 181 today. So let's see where we go with this reading, what this is all about for us today. The song I was hearing as I was writing was Hard Day's Night. I did not get a chance to put that in the description yet. I will later. But A Hard Day's Night. I've been working like a dog. Eight of Pentacles right there at the bottom of the deck. And when I get home to you, and I was just talking about those special days, here's that transformation energy hovering, transformation for the Empress. The Empress is a mature energy because she's all four queens. Reawaken to romance. Come on now. This is being very literal. And that could mean the end or the reconfiguration of Ophelia. Here's our snake of transformation, more Leo energy with today's numerology vibrations. It could be the end here. What is ending for a Leo? That could come into play, perhaps having to wait or feel too grounded in this earth energy. So thanks for being here again. Miss Jennifer in the house, thank you. And which Patricia? Is it mi madre Patricia? Yes, thank you. That's my mommy. And then as you probably read in my write-up, my bonus mom I've known since I think my mom can correct me there. I was five or six, and just a wonderful human, especially for putting up with my dad. He's not the easiest person. I'm sure Patricia will weigh in on that. It's just don't worry, everybody's friends now. So it wasn't always that way, but thankfully it is now. Ace of Wands there on the bottom, little Miss Haversham energy, locking up the petticoats. Okay, well, we're ready. You ain't locking up your petticoats anymore. What I say about a mature woman reawakened to romance. So not only with this fiery energy here today, managing to carry and difficult challenges, you're coming in as I'm going towards my son, get out of my flipping way. Okay, Knight of Wands. Well, I guess our reading is ready here then. What is that driving energy? I'm going to scooch the booch up here so we can see everything in frame. Scooch your booch is a way to say move your ass over. So that's a nice way to say it, I guess. Okay, move your ass over, scooch the booch. All right, so you guys are coming in here as get the hell out of my way. I'm ready to head towards passion. So some of you might be saying, nope, I don't feel too old. I'm already open to be reawakened to romance here. Let's get the first three out. Taurus energy there of the Hierophant, the power card, a mature woman reawakened to romance. The light is on. Okay. Hope and peace be with you. If you've been, I've never got ET. Extraterrestrial. Doesn't this look like ET's finger when he's connecting to Elliot? Okay, I will not tell you. Well, maybe I will tell you what just went through my head. It's a joke about Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy and a finger, but maybe for another time. I can get myself in trouble. All right, the opportunity here is victory. Get the hell out of my way. Scoot your booch. I learned the lesson. I am ready to go. My love life is not over. And a matter of fact, here I'm fiery and going strong. What is driving that, guys? Okay, bottom of the deck. It's been too long. Blood, sweat, and tears here. Seven of Pentacles. This is the swan energy, the white swan and the black swan, Swan Lake. There we go. Spit it out. And it's opening night. I'm on fire. Get the hell out of my way. I've done all this work. I've learned the lesson. I'm ready to go. So you are. I've learned the lesson of transformation. I've learned the lesson that cycles are part of normal life. They aren't right or wrong. They just are, just like our emotions. Okay, not right or wrong. They just are. Transformation right here. And there's our Empress energy there driving that Six of Wands. So if this is here, the cards on an angle, you can consider the Yang. You guys coming in here as the Yin. Although I will say it could be reversed today. I could be reading Yang, especially with Daddy Sadie taking a big part of the stage. Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and 4 different asteroids also in Capricorn. So the situation here is about what is transforming. Tomorrow, Mars and the Sun conjunct, and they do an energetic reset. I did a whole reading with everybody's rising signs to show you where that energetic reset would be happening. It's showing up right here. Look back if you were born then. If you remember the entirety of 1994 and 1995, that's the last time this energetic reset happened with Capricorn in the Sun Capricorn energy conjunct with the Sun and Mars. It reset for those 2 years. Something was cut and severed, right? Mars energy. So what was cut and severed for you in 1994 through 1995, wherever that 20 degrees Capricorn sits in your own personal birth chart, that's the axis, that is the life area where something will be cut and severed in order to have a whole energetic reset. So guys, maybe your sex life is getting a whole energetic reset here. It's kind of what that's feeling like. It's feeling a little bit spicy. 8 of Wands, communication, passionate, fast communication. There's that Mercury energy again. It's more Sagittarius here to move with that Knight of Wands energy. See what's driving that passionate communication. Love. Knight of Cups, Pisces, water energy, opposite of that earth energy in that 20 degrees Capricorn, where that energetic reset will happen for us. The opposing energy on that axis of the teeter-totter is Cancerian energy. It's mother, father. Okay. Oh, mother, father. I just thought about that. Okay. So let me know where that Capricorn is happening in your chart, especially if you're asking a personal question today. Tonight's all about y'all. So this reading will be for me to refer back to. Let's see the heart of the reading. Holy shit. Seriously? The Wheel of Fortune. So today is a 1 day. Wheel of Fortune is a normal part of the energy, as I was saying, but it's all about fire added to that. What makes you happy? What pulls and drives you forward? I'm sick and tired of waiting around. I'm going towards my fire. Okay. And what what gets this divine timing, what gets that Wheel of Fortune to turn, as you know, is our own internal balance of yin and yang. Okay, when we are balanced. Now, this is a 6 of Swords that allows spirit to pull us to calmer waters from this energetic reset here, whatever is transforming. And last night's reading, I had a lantern there on the thumbnail, on the very cover. And I think I said lanterns lit for these 2 soulmates coming together. Hey, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Now, near future, you're going to have to make a decision whether this is the divine feminine energy. There's a lot of masculine showing up in your spot here. We've got fire, Sag, Taurus, Leo, more Leo there, more wands, more fire here. This decision, you can either for this transformation, for that wheel of fate to turn, you will have to accept the invitation here to connect to spirit, to be open to meditate. So when those soul codes come in, the soul star chakra merging with the divine, when those codes come in, again, that'll be on our next 8-day. So today being a 1-day, add them up and you tell me when that next day is going to be. All right, let's see, what decision is this here? Well, the only thing really feminine, I guess, even though Taurus is part of Venus energy, this is just a lot of masculine energy on the table, period. Other than our Knight of Cups here so far. Okay, and our Empress. There's that Miss Habersham energy. Hey, in the near future, I told you you're going to dust off the petticoats, dust off the dust bunnies, guys, because I think someone's going to pick your lock. Dust off your petticoats. I'm sorry if you don't know what petticoats are because you're too young. You're going to have to look it up. So you might want to be hustling your bus here, hustle your bustle to kind of clean up. I think if you, like I said, this is highly about a mature woman reawakened to romance with that Uranus energy. I mean, come on. Transformation twice. No more boo-hooing. It's just been a while. Okay. Dust off your panties. All right. Okay. 3 of Pentacles here in the block, not starting something new. It hasn't gotten here yet because you haven't learned how to work your magic. All right. This is like a minor magician energy, like someone just getting started on their spiritual journey, or maybe this is the block of someone that was unable to connect to their pineal gland or the third eye, where that pineal gland is stored in the center of the brain. And I just mentioned my sister Stephanie. I talked to her. She sent me a text this morning. I just saw it before we got on here. And this is my Steph card. It looks just like my baby sister. So she's like, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, like I'm starting all over. The 3 of Pentacles is the start of something. Okay, that is crossed by the moon energy, mother, Cancerian energy. Okay, it's not yet revealed what's hidden in the moon. Now, in the near future, again, you're going to have a choice. You can stay in that old dusty cave, no dusting off petticoats needed, or you can turn and walk toward the light of your moon. Okay, but maybe you're like, it's been so long. Maybe you're like, I don't even remember what that is like, and I'm just fine and happy in here looking at all these old skeletons, but I don't feel like that's what's going to get you to victory here. We'll see once we find out what our outcome energy is giving us. All right, what spirit wants you to know? Knight of Swords. This shit'll come at you fast. Okay, my Ned Stark energy. Don't think that you can't be reawakened here. You can't be transformed, past the point of baby making age. Okay, you're not done here. Okay, far from it. Yep, this is soulmate energy, guys, big times. Walking out of the cave into the light. That's how you're going to achieve victory, and this is the grounding for Spirit's message. And on top of that, it's Scorpio's other power card here, which is bookending the death card. Their number 1 power card, transformation. Scorpios eat change for breakfast. Like I got a Scorpio moon. Like you got to learn how. It is not easy to learn how to manage emotions rather than letting them manage you. Okay, you just don't know this is coming yet, but now you effing do, don't you? Okay. I'm Feeling spicy, guys. There it is. It's the hope, the dream, the wish, the healing, and the soul star chakra happens on an 8-day. The 17 card is the sister energy to the strength. 1 plus 7 is 8. And I always see the south node here with those lights, which is still in Virgo 11. A boy molded in his mother's aspirations for him. So that lesson is all about rising above the need for parenting. So maybe as you dust off your pantaloons, divine masculine's growing some here. Okay, and there's the work, work, work energy of a hard day's night. I've been working like a dog, and when I get home to you, the things that you do make me feel all right. Takes a long time to get to the 17 card, guys. No tower moment here. The star signifies that the tower has already happened. I think I want to extend this. There's victory in this healing, what you were hoping for, but I'm telling you what, it's not staying dusty and crusty. That is not the victory. Okay? And you don't have to have a human. There's websites for that, for purchase there for you. You don't have, you're like, if you don't want the mess of a human, then there are things that you can still do. What I'm saying is dust it off, because that helps us stay in a positive energy. What better way to energetically shift your vibration? And yeah, it's like, oh, forgot that. Like, see, where's the magician? Now I feel like this, feeling myself. Feeling like yourself again. Today's energy of all 4 aces of potential. Okay. I'll bite. Mother flipping King of Pentacles. There we go. More Taurus energy. This is about maturity in relationships, guys. Right from the start. Okay. Called it. I feel like this is very exciting indeed, and not just in the way that I was shocking, but this gets you going again. Okay. Thought you were past your prime? Guess again. Okay. And look at that. Thank glory be. You're taking the advice. You're already like, I'm already on it, Ange. Duster ensuing. Dusting ensued. We got the 3 wands here. So we have progression from the near future to the outcome. You're manifesting differently. You're like, I've got a hold of my emotions of the past now. Yep, I can be up to my inner thighs in emotions, but now I have learned from them. I have transmuted that pain into wisdom, temperance being the sister energy to the Hierophant. Look, he even has a lighted one. They have little lights on them nowadays, in case you lose it. Sorry, Mom. She's like, why the fuck did I come in here tonight? Karmic balance. Justice is third. Okay. So the thing with Taurus, okay, not only, yes, Empress energy, energy of Venus. She's got it. Make sure you shave your legs. Make sure you Venus in yourself. But the thing with Taurian energy is, yes, they are work, work, work. Yes, they are stubborn, but behind closed doors, they got a few moves still up their sleeves as well. And this is someone very mature. They're at, they're there at the um, maturity level of the Queen of Pentacles, who's about ready to become an Empress. So I'm not seeing an Emperor here yet, but we do have Justice coming up. Okay, I'll bite on that karmic balance. What else can I say? My work here, it's done today. I'm just kidding. Okay. You tame that inner beast. Okay. When you're taking care of your own business, dusting it off and making sure everything still runs okay, you're like, oh, I can still achieve certain things that my body used to achieve. Okay. If you are under 18, go home. Get off here. Come back when you're 18, please. Because you'll need to be hearing about this. You're not even worried about any of this yet. Full moon energy. Next full moon isn't until the first week in February. I adore this reading, you guys. So, message from Spirit is: are you going to die on those old thoughts of that wishy-washy? Well, not sure. Gemini energy. This judgment call was always set up. This task, this win, this near future. You were always set up to decide that, to decide this. I feel like you're done belly aching in your Wheaties because you've done the work about anything from the past, because we see that progression here. Okay. You have done the balance. You've done the work here of it. Wow, you've done the work. You're walking towards the light. Even if your name ain't Carol Ann. Well, only us old fogies are gonna get that joke, but it's okay. All right, you guys can go ahead and start putting your questions in the chat. There's Miss Kaylee. Your question, Brandy, is what the heck is actually going on? Hi, Bradley. Welcome in. Miss Diana's here. I like the sound of it too. I don't care if I have to dust off some britches here or pantaloons here. This looks promising, guys. So I'd say definitely shave your legs and give yourself a test run if it's been a while, okay? I promise you it's all still going to work well. Okay, what to expect in career money. I see you. Yep. Over the energy and the attitude out there, well, it's shifting, right? So again, with that, we didn't have all the shit ton of swords that we've been having all week long. And I feel like that's because our Hindu healer here, okay, Hierophant energy, we get that not everything always goes our way, cycles of change. And literally by dusting yourself off here, you could be finally able to receive those soul code downloads, okay, for this transformation to happen. That's the whole situation here today, guys. This is Uranus and Pluto for sure. A mature woman past the prime of life is reawakened to mature romance. Check out jamesburgess.com if you want to read more about that energy. Okay, guys, and also check out, if you didn't get a chance to go back and have a look at that Axis reading of I think I did it last week sometime or the week prior, about that Mars CAZIMI energetic reset, what house specifically or what life area that's going to fall in. Okay. All right. Swiping the board clean here, guys. If you can, or if somebody's able to compile questions and the order received, that would be fantastically wonderful. I still feel like I'm in a fog as well. I mean, ADHD, when don't I, especially past 4 p.m., but definitely loss has you amplifying that fogginess energy. Okay, so instead of feeling my age, I'm feeling twice that, and then some. Boy, oh boy, that reading. How awesome. Loving it. I don't think we've had one quite like that before. And that's what you'll be saying. All right. Let me stop fiddle farting around here with you and grab my nosy deck, because by 7:05 we will have the moon entering Libra. I'll hold off on my nosy deck, then my air deck. Pull out my other earth deck that I used last night, and let's see, specific relationship questions. And then my all sign question is, what things do you do that make them feel all right? Whoever them is, whether it's your own yang and you dusting off your batteries, or whether it is somebody else's energy coming towards you. Okay. All right. How do you make them feel all right? We'll start with the end of this reading, which is our stellium and Capricorn energy. Okay, Capricorn. You think I'm joking here, guys? Ace of Wands. Coming for that magic stick. Okay, so Capricorn, you're making this is sexual healing here. Four of Swords. If you're not familiar with intimate tarot, the Four of Swords is indicative of self-healing. I don't joke about crap. It always comes out in the reading. I'm not just running my mouth, I swear. But Capricorn, hey, you're making them, this is sexual healing here. Okay, and I wasn't joking about dusting off the pantaloons, because you got to give yourself a roll here, or else you might feel up in your head about, oh my gosh, is my body even going to respond the same? What happens if this happens? Like, guys, SEX is still SEX. Not much has changed, okay? It's like, you know what to do, okay? You know what to do, especially tomorrow with that energy of notoriety, because we will add up to the 20 of judgment tomorrow. And that is a special path of notoriety that then reduces to the high priestess. You'll remember what to do. It'll be like riding a bike, except you could be riding something else. Okay, you won't forget. All right, Capricorn. Okay, moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, how are you doing to make them feel all right? There's that judgment energy. Okay, you're setting down a burden here of some sort towards new growth. Okay, Aquarius, this is a very decisive energy. And look at that. Judgment call is balanced by karmic balance here. This transformation, you setting down, making the judgment call to set down this burden, finally brings this karmic balance in that you've been waiting on the whole time, the rewards of Daddy Saddy for doing the work. Okay, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, as is Aquarian energy. All right, doing the most around you. Okay, you're like, I got to do everything myself. Well, you got to date yourself. If you want peace and harmony, you got to be peace and harmony. So if you want a better Eight of Wands life, then you got to make sure there's no dust under the tires. Okay. All right, we'll take it might be 3-4-3 here for some reason. Okay, Pisces, how you making them feel all right? Make them feel like, you make me feel so young. You're making them feel like their goal, like they're a god or goddess. Okay, you're not being, you're spending the money here for a nice date or to buy nice groceries, maybe some nice wine here. Very, very tempted, especially Pisces, because whatever this is, this has been brewing for a hot minute. With this fire's been brewing for a hot minute. And maybe up to this point, I don't know, for whatever reason, if you've only talked to this person on the phone, via text, emails, whatever, like cyber dating, I wouldn't know, don't have experience. This is the Make them, yes, you make them feel young, but they're like, I'm just a regular old bird. Well, okay, yes, and that is a term Crystal can tell them. Chicks are birds, okay, women, blokes are dudes, and Pisces, you're making them feel like this gold energy, this gold peacock. These are very expensive, intricate items, and you're making them feel like $1,000,000. And Pisces, they also like when you're talking, I won't say talking nerdy because that can work too, but yeah, you're good. You're good at the vocal anticipation. Say it like that. How's that? Wish, yeah, this is your wish fulfillment here, Pisces. So this person, like you're willing to do whatever it takes. In this deck, Nine of Cups, um, this person pretended to be someone else in order to get this person to fall in love with them. So, like maybe you swept them away here with your dirty talk, and they were like, "Yep, there's King of Cups, water energy." Your dirty talk dusted off the pantaloons for him. I don't know. Even if it wasn't your normal way that you make your way in there, you changing it up is working there, Pisces. All right, what about for Aries? Aries, what things do you do that make them feel all right? I had a second song. Yes, when I was looking at, because in my notes, I took down the astrology at 10:10 a.m. and Jupiter was at 20 degrees 20 minutes. So, and then that was a 21 energy. Prima donna singing, it's getting our loves in jeopardy. Okay, but that's like the highest ranked. Empress is the highest rank, all four queens. And that lesson is all about, yeah, but at what cost do we consider fame and fortune to have gotten us where we need to be? Okay, Aries, Queen of Coins, there's your transformation there now. What things do you do that make them feel all right? Super nurturing. Um, you know how to cook well, you know how to put on a good meal, you give good cuddle. Okay, you give good cuddle here, Aries. Your transformation, your ease with new things, maybe connected here to Pisces for some reason, as far as being receptive and more mature and open to bedroom talk. Okay. And Page of Pentacles, ancestor energy. So Aries, they see you as a tangible winner chicken dinner here. And I don't think it's just because of what you're cooking in the kitchen. All right, Aries. Okay, what about for Taurus? So talking so much about Uranus and Taurus, a mature woman reawakened. Okay, Taurus. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Excuse me. Six of Cups in reverse. Nope, I was right the first time. C is coins. So Taurus, I'd say don't hide. Yeah, don't hide your sensuality, because you may not even get them to the bedroom if you don't give them something to go on here. All right, so that's kind of what flew on the floor there. So Taurus, what thing do you do that makes them feel all right? Queen of Cups, Queen of Sword, Three of Cups. Taurus, I feel like you've got more than just the wand or the wop here going on. You've got the hands, you got the mouth, you've got, you're like, oh, I know how to use it all. Maybe you're a Taurus moon. I know how to do all the things. That's what comes with maturity, right? No pun intended on that one, swear to God. Star energy. This is, again, very healing. Like, I would not lead with my stubborn foot here, Taurus. I don't think they'll even get a chance to know what skills you got hiding in your pocket there. Saying, yeah, you got to get them over to calmer waters first. You got to do a little more seducing here, Taurus. Okay, shouldn't be an expectation. You're like, well, they'll know once they get there. If you can't even get them in there, just saying. All right. What about for Gemini? Boy, this is not a reading we've had before, have we? Can't say that it is. Okay, Gemini. What things does Gemini do that makes them feel all right? Okay. Ooh, looking good, Gemini. Your body's in shape. They like looking at you, and you're reliable. Okay. And they're like, damn, Gemini looks good. They're fit, like to watch you work. That might be the only thing that might have a Gemini not wiffle waffle back and forth, right? You're kind of showing off. This is that's that dualistic energy. 7 of Wands. Yeah, I'm a hard worker and I can look dead sexy, but I can also bring home the bacon fried up in a pan. I'm loyal as well. Okay, what's driving that energy? Yeah, Empress energy. When it's the right person, it'll be worth it there, Gemini. Could be an Empress energy coming towards you, bringing you a message that this could just be somebody hitting up your DMs telling you how good you look here, Gemini. And they're wondering about your longevity, perhaps. All right. What about for Cancer? Cancer, what things do you do that make them feel all right? What do you say? Set it up, Kaylee. Oh, Bradley. Hi, Bradley. Thanks for coming in here. Appreciate it. Okay, Cancer. All right. What are you holding back on here, Cancer? So how do you make them feel all right? By making them feel like they're the only one that you desire, that you don't want anybody else to scoop them up here. Let me get more for how does Cancer make them feel all right? Maybe if they are a little paranoid and they've only dated people that were untrustworthy, and you understand that them kind of hovering around your energy is not from anything that you did, but from what people did to them in the past. You need to have a little talk with what people did to them in the past. You need to have a little talk with them about that, because that might be cute for a hot minute, but Cancer's going to get sick of that. They have their own shell. They don't need somebody else's shell around them. All right. So you make them, Cancer, you make them feel good with nostalgia. You set them at ease, that they don't have to be paranoid that you're not going to hurt them like maybe other people have in the past. As I say that, 5 of Cups on the bottom. Okay. So Cancer, just make sure it's not a wounded bird. Okay. Because that's just too much fucking work. You don't have to, yeah. You're not having to do the teaching anymore. No more wounded birds, Cancer. Okay. No more wounded birds. And you make them feel all right by making them feel comfortable and like they've known you forever. All right, Leo. Lots of Leo in today's reading. How does Leo make them feel all right? With the Leo card of strength. You like wrestling? Okay, so you're very physical here in your energy, Leo. You show them with your own balance. I never noticed the mushrooms there. Good communication. You don't let them feel like that there aren't going to be any winners. This is like a very masculine energy as far as making someone feel safe in your presence. Okay. Especially if you this might be a little white knight syndrome-ish. So nobody should need saving when you're mature and done learning your lessons. Okay. I don't know if I like. Yeah, this is you coming to the rescue because Five of Swords is like next level bullshit, right? Someone wanting to win just to win. In this fairy tale, um, Isis, this is Set, the brother, betrayed and killed her husband. So you could be consoling someone, showing them how strong you are, how to make better decisions, how to get them off of a crossroads, and being like, that person was a POS. Here's what strength really looks like. Here's what balance is, and that wasn't it. Somebody that's going to fight with you all the time isn't there for your own best interests. They just have a lot of learning left to do. That's what that tells you. What about for Virgo? Virgo, what things do you do that make them feel all right? You help them sleep like a baby, Virgo. Party hard with them so that at nighttime they're not restless and not sleeping. You know how to help put them to bed. Yeah, Tawanda. Maybe a little wooden spoon action. The fun kind, not like the little kid kind that's terrible. And I don't know if there is any fun kind, actually. The jury would still be out on that one. You have to let me know. Virgo, what's happening here? It's like, yeah, you wanna celebrate. This is definitely a celebratory card here. Maybe you make them feel like they don't have to sleep with you every night, or like if they sleep on the couch or something, you're like, I know, I'm secure in this. I don't get paranoid when somebody doesn't want to sleep in the same room or even at the same house, right? You make them understand. You have the maturity to understand. It's not always about getting everything you want. You're like, I'm patient. I can wait. I know what this is. Need anything else? Anything else for Virgo? Why is that Nine of Swords? Makes me feel like you might be partying a little too much. What thing do you do that makes them feel all right? Because they ain't getting a lot of sleep. So that could be you just good in bed, Virgo. Yeah. If they're not sleeping and you are sleeping together, they don't want to be sleeping when they're next to you. Be having fun with other things. All right. What about for Libra? You take them to calmer waters. What thing you do that makes them feel all right? Libra, you always know how to calm them down. You always know the right thing to say when they're exhausted, when they're having a hell of a day. And 6 and 9, you're good at the mouth stuff. Hey, not just good with your words. You don't always use your mouth to know just the right thing to say. You can use it for other things too. Get you a second card. Can't leave you with just one. Yeah, the way of the words there. Every Libra I know is very witty. Hey, always has the quick comeback. Usually very, very well. You have to like witty humor. I do. That's way too much. Okay, Sun. Yeah, you always take them towards happiness. You know how to get them there, Libra. You know how to take them away from themselves. You know how to raise their vibration. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, what things do you do that make them feel all right? Didn't know that question was going to quite go to this reading here today, but welcome, Bradley. Hope we're not scaring you away. Okay. All right. Come on, Scorpio. And your power card, both your power cards show up here tonight, here, Scorpio. You have the way with words as well. Passionate, fiery communication. Maybe you're really good at sexting. Okay. And the Chariot energy. Head and heart are in alignment. You know what you want here. Head and heart are in alignment twice, right here in the center. And you can communicate about, again, that's a sexual healing energy like we had at the top. All right, Scorpio, very balanced in your energy. Make them feel good. You make them feel like there's still hope in the world for people that, for diplomacy, for fairness, someone that matches their energy. Okay, and that's crossed by, I joke about the sext, but I was going to say that here, but it was 86 instead. So, but Chariot is Cancer energy, and y'all know the symbol for that. And there it is right there. Okay, what about for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, what things do you do that make them feel all right? What do you do that makes them feel all right here, Sag? Lots of fives. And I flipped over a 5 of Cups. You get them out of their head and into the 10 of Cups. So you get them to walk towards the 2 cups of balance. Sag, just make sure you're not having to always do that, be the voice of reason, because that gets burdensome. It's like, because this person may like kind of be able to pull you easily under with them. Let me get some more here for you there. 2 of Wands was underneath that. How does Sagittarius get this person, or how does Sagittarius make their partner feel all right, or simply their own opposing energy to balance? Yeah, Sag, because we already had the Empress come out. So yeah, or Queen of Pentacles come out. Very nurturing, very independent. They like that about you. They don't like, you're the voice of reason here. You're leading by example. You're teaching, that might be even teaching this person how to not cry over spilt milk. Like stop being such a negative Ned or negative Nelly. Sorry for Neds or Nellies, but it's a saying. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. I took the reading at 10:10, or the astrology at 10:10. And then mothering energy was at that judgment call 2020. So I think that's why I'm saying, like, make sure it's not a habit, Sagittarius. You make them feel good by focusing on what is great and not what isn't. But it kind of feels like this person always needs that freaking pep talk. Okay. I would say I would prefer them to be matching your energy. There you go. Only if the energy is matched. 2 of Cups. You help them focus on what is great, okay, about love and about the 3D life, and you bring them back to balance, and especially when they're in a confused energy. Okay, Sag. Good job there, guys. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna go on. Brandy, what the heck is going on? For real, it's been what since the new year? Well, it is a 1 year new beginnings. Plus, I was happy to see that it's like we haven't had that cycles energy since September. So maybe look back to September 1st to see if there are any coordinations there, Ash, of what was happening then. Could be recycling now and coming up for review. Okay, Bradley, it looks like I see your first question there. What to expect from career and money? What to expect from career and money. Let me get super close to that moon there, and there's a career there right on the bottom, becoming an expert in your field, doing something that nobody else can do. Very intelligent, using discernment, but it tires you out. It feels like, Bradley, you're pulling more weight than your teammates here at work is what it feels like. Yeah, that make sure that doesn't bite you in the butt. Someone taking credit for the work that you did. You may need to erect some better boundaries there, especially if you're doing the work and other people are getting the credit for it. And 3, 2, what to expect in career. Oh, you might have a new choice here to make, something that makes you flourish. You can, of course, stick with the old thing, 2 of Wands, but that's more of a reflection of your old life. You know that very well. You know it like the back of your hand. I feel like for career and money, Spirit is saying the bluebird of happiness here that is sitting on top of her rose hat means making a different choice, maybe an unexpected one you didn't think you'd be making. Yeah, you're gonna have to make a decision. You have a choice between 2 here. My advice would be red root chakra. What fires up your loins, right? What gets you going? What fires up your root? You know, joke, but no joke. What is your truth here? Center, left, right. Oh my God. I just said, what is your truth here? And there's you walking towards your sword of truth. So I'm on the right vein here. This is going to be something completely different, or at least going to get a different response. How's that? You'll finally be appreciated. You know, nobody taking your ideas and getting credit for your energy. There it is again, 2 of Pentacles. You're doing too much already at what you're doing. You're not being paid for it. So, Ace of Swords is your truth. This is speak up, Bradley, because she has no throat chakra in this deck. Her head is sitting on her clavicle. And this is like the professional circus plate spinner, doing the most, doing too much. And then we saw that 9 of Wands in the bottom for a reason. That's freaking exhausting. You don't use discernment, you're going to burn yourself out here anyway. But if that's what you were doing before, there is a better way. There is an option where you can be happy and make the money and not be the one carrying the slack for everybody else, because you're the expert here. I feel like you need to realize that. Okay. You're the talent here, Bradley. Okay. I hope that helped you. And I just saw the devil energy with their smirk on their faces. And that is and the positive or light aspect of the devil. You want that to show up in a career reading. My left ear is burning. You want that to show up because this fires you up. This is feels pretty exciting and definitely will better match your actions and your efforts and your energy there. Okay. All right, Miss Ashley there. I'm looking for questions and I see Kaylee, Kathy. You lost your key. You did not. I know it's in your pocket. Your lock has not rusted. You guys just stop. Thanks, WD-40 for that. Oh my goodness. Okay, Diane, I'm going for broke. What's in store regarding future love? Let's do it. Oh, and look what I open on. The Knight of Wands. Someone matching your energy if that reading resonated for you tonight. All right, for Diana. Let's get, ooh, uh, definitely giving you chills. I like that. Ooh, I like that feeling. It's been a hot minute. Diana, what is next for Diana in love? And 3, Got our volunteer. Boy, that Queen of Swords is popular tonight here. Discernment. So Libra energy. What's next for you is having learned the lessons from all you've been through. This next one is not such a tough lesson. You're going to be better able to see if it's balanced or imbalanced. There's your leap of faith here. And it's kind of like I'm kicking the old energies to the curb. I'm wishing on a new dandelion here. And I'm moving towards something new in the future. Playing chestnut checkers. The bell. What's bookending that? Like you're getting a notice. Maybe that was when my left ear was heating up, and then the back of my neck, I was feeling those chills. I feel like you'll get your own. It may even be like a physical ding in your ear that you hear. Ding, ding. I was like, why is this here? Why am I focused on the bell? And I got the Ace of Swords, like, yeah, you're on the right track. Something about a bell could be included in their name, could be someone standing at the meat counter rings the bell, rings for service, comes to perform service. I just can't not. Okay, trying to clean it up. Okay, as you've done the work, temperance energy. This is destined and fated, girl. Like because you've turned pain into wisdom here. This is spirit bringing you a heart. You've done the work. You've put your puzzle pieces together. And by you doing the work on you, then the divine masculine's energy that is going to be a magnetic attraction or divine feminine if your energy is more masculine. It just depends. We all have an imbalance one way or the other, tend to. This was meant to be. This is the daddy saddy reward. Could be a possible reunion. You could just be out with friends here. And when you meet this person, maybe it's like you're out to dinner and the order up for the meal, and you're like, "I'll go get it." Knight of Cups, because you poured back into you. You know your truth. Okay. In this deck, the Four of Swords, she's already healed. It is no Three of Swords at the heart, the throat, and the third eye. This is I'm ready to stand up when I'm damn well ready because the waters are calm. And this crow here is ready to give her her crown. I do feel like you're going to get either like a physical sound from spirit to let you know this is the person, or give them a chance. Because remember, in this deck, reclaim your power there with that Black Panther 44 energy. And then there's the lovers in the sky. Got this. You got this coming to you, honey. It's always been ready for you. You just weren't ready yet for it. Okay. But because you made this change, this leap of faith to walk towards your own truth, what was always meant to come for you is ready. But I do feel like it's gonna have something to put and just put it in your journal. Angie said bell, because who knows how that'll show up. But it does feel like a sound of some sort or some kind of spiritual upgrade where you start understanding the signals of your body and what those mean. All right. Thank you, Misty. I hope that helps you. That felt pretty juicy. Okay. Kathy wants a welder. Brandy is a welder. No shit, she is. Yeah. There's Miss Marcia. Hi. Sorry I hadn't scrolled down yet, dear. Well. I can't with me either, Kathy. Can't with me either. All right. I'm not seeing any other not in your 20s. You seem riding dirty. Oh my, did I say that? I could have. I don't know what the heck I say. Carol Ann, go into the light. Oh, we're back that far. Okay. Will your collaboration go well, Miss Marcia? That's the next question I saw from the top. Okay. Why do I need you to take a big breath? Well, not just yes, but hell yes. Okay, we got the Knight of Wands, and that was who you guys came in as for the reading. You get to be multifaceted here. You're not pigeonholed and put into a box. You get to use, yes, you get to use your Knight energy, the armor, the equal energy of yin and yang. I will stand watch. I can do all the things. I can do the admin. I can be the guard. But for whatever reason, this one you get to also tap more into your creativity. That can branch into other things. It's just better suited. It's the action input is going to match yours equally. What I say, I didn't even need that sun card, but there you go. It could even be meeting someone, dare I say. I don't know what the situation is, but very, very happy. And guys, when we're exuberantly happy, when we are situated and doing work we love, that's how that energy finds us. Okay. So I would not be surprised at all if love is drummed up from these wands here. All fire. Aries, Sag, and Leo. Heard it all. Let's see. Yeah, get out of your head about it. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Two of Wands. This is like, that's all thoughts. It'll be fine. It's not the same old, same old. If you're worried about, am I gonna am I gonna be bored having to stand guard or do the things I'm good at that I may not necessarily enjoy doing just because I'm good at them, right? Doesn't mean you enjoy doing it. But this happiness energy is saying, see how this is white dress? These are all characters in white. That's those are just thoughts. You're just worried based off of what has happened, not what has happened yet. You're making a different choice. Get out of your head. It looks fucking great. So, at the heart of this, I don't know if there's an ending of one relationship and possibility for another here, or maybe if making this new choice means that would be kind of a sacrifice. I don't know what that is for you, but I just feel like it's all mirror of what has already happened before to you, whatever that was. It's just in your head. It's going to go great. I knew it just from the first two cards, and that I didn't even need the sun for that. Well, yours was easy. Okay. Something else might come to a culmination there. Like if you're happy off doing this thing, maybe you're putting way more hours in than somebody's used to you know, doing more for them. And now you can't because you're simply much busier. And you're like, I ain't got time to sort socks. You can fold your own damn socks. You can roll them together. Like I'm not doing everything anymore. It's the end of that. It's mama's turn. Okay. It's mama's turn. So I don't think that's just a yes. I think that's a hell yes there, Marcia. Okay. Please pull for me, Angie, Miss Crystal. Okay. Let me go ahead and just get a general. What does Crystal need to know? Yep. Okay, so please pull for me. Here is in that expert in your own field kind of thing here. And compass. She has, instead of human feet, she has a compass for legs, right? Like you're able to pivot. Um, she's doing a needle work that's very hard. It's very specific in what you do. Okay. See what else is coming here. Center, left, right. You're manifesting whatever you've been manifesting to come in for you. It's off in the distance there, that ship, but it is coming. And 33 energy, book ending this specialty. Are you calling in a reunion here? So if so, it is coming, and it may be required for you to pivot in work in some way, or you're like, maybe you have a bunch of Scorpio, like I was saying, you eat transformation, eat change for breakfast. I can pivot on a dime. That doesn't scare me. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, this is leaving something very familiar but antiquated, like you could do this in your sleep. Okay. Again, like I said, whatever you've been manifesting, here it comes, Page of Pentacles. It'll get there. This wisdom could even be past life soulmate there with that crane. What's I listening to? There's a tie back. I think one of the stars, a tie back to Egypt. Now I just got to figure out what the heck I was listening to. Anyway, oh wow. Okay. Yeah. 1111 energy, reunion, whatever you're calling in here. You're ready to jump towards it. It feels good. Like I can operate here in my sleep. 44 energy, holding back on your heart, or this person could be King of Cups energy because of they've been hurt before, and are not so, yeah, they've been hurt before. Four of Wands, Four of Swords, excuse me. And they're not so quick to jump in, okay, as they used to be. Yeah, getting in there. Yeah, they're in their head about past. So you might need a little more reassurance, or maybe you need to reassure them. A master teacher 33, that you're like, I got this. I know how to do all these things in my sleep. Here's how. You kind of leave the energy behind of someone else's Bolsheviks without having to hang on to it. So if this person coming towards you, or whatever's manifesting to come towards you, you got your match coming here. Also could be as you're out and about with friends minding your damn business and someone comes up to you. So 3 pentacles out of 6. So 50% is time, money, energy, resources, talent, assets, something with talents. It's a very specialized field. Maybe you're calling in expansion to open up to something that's a little bit more fun or joyful, or has more people around if you feel isolated. You're like, yeah, I became an expert at that. I'm done with that. I'm bored now. I'm ready to hit something new. Oh yeah, 8 of Wands. It's transformational. It's a lot more fun. You use your communication skills a lot more here. Whatever this manifestation is that's coming in for you. It's definitely a good time. I ain't mad at that. Time for me to fly. What are you flying away from? And it's got time for me to fly. I think you're too young for that song, but you may know REO Speedwagon. Maybe your mama was cool. Who knows? 9 of Cups, unlock and wish fulfillment. Time for you to fly. Look at all time for you to fly towards your happiness. Those are all cups that transform into butterflies. All right. Let me shuffle for the next person. Okay. Let's see. I hope that helped you, dear. I hope it helps. Okay, things are going to get better, Miss Monique. Of course they are. I know. Oh, so sorry. You lost your fur baby. That's oh, it's the worst. How can Monique, what is Monique's best steps forward here to pull in the energies that she deserves? You've been through a lot too. I don't know if you were in a personal 9 year as well, but boy, oh boy, did that one kick my ass. All right, best move forward here, Miss Monique. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, slow and steady wins the race. Here's a new beginning. The Three of Pentacles, the start of something new here. This is a shared goal, a shared dream inside of that water jug. This is crescent moon waxing. So this would be after a new moon or after the dark moon, right? When the light starts crescenting, waxing crescent. This is a person here, like you're going to slowly see yourself come back to life. I don't think you're seeing yourself as the leader that you are here. It's like, oh, I'll share and do this new start, but you're already at a Queen of Pentacles. So what I would say is that, yes, it could be a brand new beginning, especially with the Knight of Pentacles resembling the full energy or a new leap of faith. I feel like you're taking a leap of faith here, trust in a new beginning because you got all the skills here. You're the senior of the class. There's some luck here with a new collaboration. Someone whose energy matches your own. You're able to see the greatness of your own self, right? Because the reflection, only their faces show in the water when their collaboration comes together. So someone earthy, there's the Queen of Pentacles there, and then also someone very artistic, maybe water in their chart with that blue. I feel like it's a nice combination of the two. Let's see what's on the bottom here for you. Okay, so consider here this new leap of faith may not include a swan song that has already sung its song. In this deck, this focus is on being stuck in nostalgia for what was. Yeah, and you need to revive. This is refilling your own cup here, revitalizing your own energy by the light of the full moon, pouring back into you. Knight of Cups, Pisces energy. Pisces matches Virgo. It's the opposite end of the axis. You balance yourself out. That's what I set up here. Okay, and this is also very healing. Look at that. You've got, again, the lovers in the sky. When you reclaim your power, power here is not at the very, very beginning of something or something that never got off the ground, that stayed a Three of Pentacles. I don't feel like you fully got to step into your full self here. And this is what you're healing. You're pouring back into you because you're healing this. I can't keep living for what was. I don't feel like you're doing that. But that's what the message is here. Advice for how Monique can pour back into herself. And this is a whole bunch of, you've got to put the oxygen mask on you, right? Or else you can't help anybody. You got to pour back into you first. You have to be your own first priority. That's what it is. Well, that's the advice. What else do you need to know? Yeah, climb up out of the old way. 10 of Pentacles. This is 1800s dress, right? Very, very old. We can't get stuck in what was, because it only ever amounted to a Three of Pentacles. If this is a new start, okay, if that is a new start with somebody from before, I'd make sure they can get farther than Three of Pentacles. That's just the agreement of, oh, let's get together and work on this project. That does not make up the entirety of a Ten of Pentacles, right? It takes a long time to get from the 3 to a 10, because then you're ready for something new. Yeah. The Cups, you're ready for something. Okay. By pouring back into you, by prioritizing you, this is not something, yeah, not something of the past. This person could have had a nasty mouth, Knight of Swords, Five of Wands, cutting off their own nose to spite their face. Like, that feels exhausting. Yeah, step out of this old and into a fresh Ace of Cups. And the Bluebird of Happiness, it's right on the top of that cup because she's raised her vibrational frequency. She's literally floating in the air to be able to reach that shelf, that Ace of Cups. And that's going to require leaving whatever this was fully and completely. Okay? Whatever that was for you. I love that mothering energy of Queen of Pentacles, which is, I know it's a Capricorn, but it always has felt very Virgo for me. Okay. Same with Empress energy. Like Taurus, no, it feels like Virgo. Oops. What am I doing here? All right. Next up, I hope that helped, Miss Moni. Oh, okay. It was shuffling weird for a reason. Underneath that Ace of Cups is karmic balance, justice. So finally you get your due. But you got to show Daddy Saddy that the lesson's done been learned with something that only made it to ever to a 3. Okay. Stop selling yourself short. You're an amazing human. And you deserve one right back. Okay. Jennifer, just what spirit, any messages spirit has for you. Okay. Got that Knight of Pentacles turning back around. Watch out for that Seven of Swords. Okay. Either you having to wear a false mask, not saying how you really feel about something. Also, the nostalgia card flipped over again. And there's the Magician, the Creatrix, all 4 aces of potential. Just here in the pre-shuffle. Busy. Okay. General message for Jennifer here. 6 of Wands. Okay. Tower moment that came out in last night's reading. I feel like that's this energetic reset here with Mars and Capricorn. You have to know where that is in your chart to know what life area this energetic reset may be happening. Okay, the energetic reset is here for you so you can walk towards your own victory here after a long while. It took so long. King of Wands. I see it. I want it. It's mine. It took you a while to see your truth, or it took something having to be torn down at its foundation because the foundation was not strong enough in the first place. Okay. 4 of Wands, victory in a one-to-one connection of whatever label that you choose to put on it. The Tower is connected to your ever-turning dream here and luck. So if something feels disappointing, it feels more like a surprise to me. But don't panic because it's for the better. That she has 4-leaf clovers all over her dress here, and this is connected to an ever-turning dream that you never let go of. So maybe this is just the dream changing. Okay, yeah, it's the dream is changing here. The creatrix, this is like effervescent bubbles, right? And then we have divine masculine energy being represented by her triangle pointing up, and then above that is the Merkaba, the soul's chariot, representing divine feminine. Nice balance here. Eight of Wands. I mean, yeah, you're going somewhere good. Maybe having a little naughty fun like the entire reading here tonight. Where are you going? Maybe it's just like, oh, it's just a little dirty talking and don't get too carried away. Maybe, but it still looks fun. I feel like with this new, the creatrix energy, the energy of the magician, this one energy, I feel like spirits helping to pull you out towards growth and not old patterned stinking thinking here. Okay, because remember that is the sister energy to the lovers. And in this deck, this is Persephone getting snatched down by her veil. So surprise here about an ever-turning dream. Okay, surprise about an ever-turning dream. I'm just thinking in my head, well, that's vague, spirit. And it's like, well, then it wouldn't be much of a surprise, would it, if they spilled me the whole beans? Not going to spill me the whole beans, girl. But it looks fun. It's more aligned with you, more of a match. I feel like it's a good surprise. Okay. Got a good surprise coming. So if something else has to end in order for that to happen, let it. This is a good thing. Okay. Because it's connected to it's connected to a lot of luck and a lot of things turning your way, something you've been waiting forever on. All right. But it's finally coming. Yeah. It's finally coming. Chariot energy. Might even be on a 7-day. Might even be on a 7-day, which is sister energy to the tower. So what today's a 1-day, do the math there and figure out what the next 7-day is. And then let me know what you find. Miss Judy Jude, what does Judy Jude need to know? When is Judy Jude? And I got Kathy after. Miss Marsh coming for that magic wand. I love it. I think that's what some of them are even called. That would be a little what? Just basic. Oh, there's an upgrade to upgrading from the basic. Okay, side message there for whatever that's for, Marsh. All right. Miss Judy Jude, what does she need to know today? I missed you guys so much. Thanks for being here with me tonight. Thanks for being here with me through 2025-ness of it all. Oh boy. See, there's other towers that you also are protected from knowing. And then you only know why to the end. Ooh, Judy Jude. Okay, I see that peeking out from under there. You are lead a cycle of completion here on the bottom, bookending that 9 of Pentacles, spreading your wings transformation. Something that has not changed before but needed to is because you've successfully completed a cycle. This could be on our special path of connection. What day is today? Thursday. Tomorrow's notoriety. Saturday is a special path of connection. King of Pentacles, Taurus energy. 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 4 of Swords. Okay, and then into the 10 of Cups. Well, that's something. Okay. One of you stepping into independence, finally aligning on head and heart about what your truth is. Did you sit down and go, okay, I've been getting these, like, I got to be exact with what I'm manifesting. I got to know what it is that I actually want to call in, getting clear there. It is that I actually want, King of Pentacles. And just because, I felt tore up from the floor up before and needed, like, it felt a little bit filleted as far as love or disappointed, that was only because emotional fragmentation. You didn't know what you wanted exactly. So you're healing that ambiguousness here, and you get to taste the rainbow or somebody's tasting yours. Well, dark days are over indeed. Doing it with the lights on? Uh, Stepping into your truth and away from what was not serving you is looking good on you. 8 cups plus walking away from that same old lake that water was stagnant and not moving. You're going down a different tributary that actually leads to the ocean this time here. And then you're like, holy shit, I really am the Empress. Yeah, you are. You're just the only one that didn't know it. I don't know why I said that, but that's what I got. You're the only one that didn't know it. You knowing it, you knowing exactly what you want, what you're trying to call in, steps you into your power. And no more of this, like, well, oh, I don't know what I want because everything I had has been shit. Sorry, I don't know if that's a fact or not, but that's what the cards are telling me. Gotta walk away from shit and towards your truth, towards what isn't. And you gotta know what that is. You got double aces here. Okay. I don't think you thought it was as easy as all that. I just had to literally write out everything I'm looking for, everything I'm trying to call in. Well, that's manifesting, right? The hard part of manifesting, or the easy part once you know how, is being in the feeling of already having it. That's how we raise our vibration and be able to reach for something we haven't got to reach for before. Okay. Because you're shifting out of this. So then your energy shifts up. I mean, there's not even any, I can't really even pull anything out of here. This can even just be Jupiter energy. We're Jupiter retrograde. I'm getting clear with my 4 of Cups. It's in the last decan of Cancer. I know what I don't want. Okay. And because I know what I don't want, that at least takes away some of this emotional fragmentation. I just am not sure who, what kind of lover am I? What kind of partner am I now that I've been able to heal and know what I want moving forward and step into a more independent energy? I just feel like there's a sense of accomplishment here, Judy. Like, I fucking did it. Okay. Walking away from emotions that control you. Now you know how to control them, because even our own thoughts can hurt us the worst. They usually do. Our own worst critic. Left hand is itching, incoming. Got that spiritual, physical message in a while. Hope that helps you, Judy Jude. Stay in that high vibration. Stay in your knowing. If you haven't yet made a list of the feelings you want to feel, okay, in this mature energy. Again, being reawakened to romance when that Uranus goes direct. I just said at the top of the reading, I think you were here. Dust off pantaloons. Judy, you will owe me an explanation. I demand to hear all of it. Tummy shake, girl. Okay. Ms. Kathy, what does Spirit just want you to know? Okay. Karmic balance is coming here about some kind of Five of Wands. Jealousy, strife, and competition. Those people are supposed to be learning how to build a star, right? And literally, she stabs her own self in the back there. Okay, so Kathy, we want to make sure that we're not blocking the blessings that you're manifesting in. Okay, so watch our words. And I tell you guys all the time, it took me an entire year to completely stop myself and get out of that negative Nelly thinking of insulting myself or saying, not being able to take a compliment. Look at that, Kath. Aquarian energy healing. There's a much easier way. You don't have to keep swimming around with no fish skin. Okay, you don't have to just barely be keeping your head above water here. And actually slow down the energy with that stinking thinking. Gotta maybe I wore the rubber band for almost a whole year, and I would snap myself to get used to the phrases. Like only you know the kind of stinking thinking you have, even if you never say it out loud. I wouldn't know that, but whatever is not kind to yourself, what you would never say to your best friend, you shouldn't be saying to yourself, because you're putting that order in literally to the universe. Okay. See, 10 of Cups, 5 of Cups. In this deck, she's not focused on the stinking thinking. She's not even looking in the direction of the 3 spilt cups. She's only focusing on her own cup, and that about what is connected in her roots, what she really desires in her moon of her emotions here. You want that 10th cup, but then if Spirit's trying to give it to you, spilt milk energy or not snapping yourself with a rubber band when you're unkind to yourself, you got to change that dialogue so that it can actually come in for you. You don't have to work this hard for it. Okay. You don't have to work this hard for it. Creatrix. Look at all that major arcana. Dang. See what I say? Learning the lesson of focusing on my vibrational frequency, my Ace of Cups. My own Ace of Cups brings in that matching balanced energy. I don't have to, I'm healing thinking that wish fulfillment's only going to be for myself. Nope, there's someone there that wants to come in there with you because you've done this work. Okay. Independence within this 10 of Cups. This is somebody in your circle of influence already. Someone that loves you and you care for. Okay, you care what happens to them. They care what happens to you. But with that healing, just by you being more mindful of how to heal that Chiron wound. Sure, I can't remember if you're around my age. I think you got Chiron and Aries, or that's where mine is. But that, I think so, because it's like 1968 to 77 or something like that, born with Chiron and Aries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7 cards, major arcana. And the lesson is about simply focusing on keeping your own cup full. What is your passion? What is the desire that you really, really want? It's not as hard to get as you think, but it can be your own worst enemy there, just even by your words. You're learning this lesson, okay? And it's like, yes, independence is here and the environmental energy, but this is be grateful every single day for all the love that is already around you. You know, a lot of people here. Okay, fill up on that loving energy. That energy. It's not that's what's transforming, being grateful for the love that you do have around you. Also very healing. This helps gives you this new start for this new year. I feel like this is the year that you get a hold of. You're stopping those repetitive patterns of negative thought. You're stop being such an asshole to yourself. Stop being a jerk to you. If you would not say it to your best friend, then you should not be saying it to yourself. You be nicer to my friend, Kathy. That being you. You be nice to my friend, Kathy. I hope that helps you out there. Oh no, we got some that's what she said's going on. I love it. Miss Peg, what is spirit wanting from you? There's your Cancerian rising there. Mother, father, axis. Okay, so if you're Cancer rising, then that is going to be in your seventh house of Capricorn. Wow. One-to-one relationships receiving a complete overhaul, energetic reset. What does 2026? What does Spirit want Peg to do? What is her goal for 2026? What does Spirit want her to do most? There we go. What does Spirit want Miss Peg, no, to do most? So I was trying to let that card fall, but I was trying to push. And it's like, nope, don't push it. Like you'll fall and you'll land where you're supposed to. Okay, creativity, not surprised. Also focusing on you, your own energy, what you love. Double pages here. Even if you feel like you're on an island, party of one here. It's bookending the Page of Wands. So I want you to focus on you, 2026, your heart's cup. Listen to spirit messages about what excites you. Tuning again your vibrational frequency here yet. There's a nostalgic energy with that Six of Cups of the past. But then I got the difference here is right next to the Fool, right next to New Start. I don't feel like you're tied up in nostalgia here. Yeah, no, there's Cancer energy again. King of Pentacles, Taurus. This is why you feel like I'm on an island party of one here, doing all the things. But I feel like that's the end of that. No more party of one when you take this new leap of faith. Into your own frequency. Taking care of you. Be a tower here between the king and queens. Some kind of ending before this new beginning can start. Just keep hearing the Florence and the Machine. It's like the sky rips open out of nowhere and brings this balanced energy because we have crescent moon waxing and crescent moon waning. Waxing, waning, one on each shoulder, balance components of self, heads are coming together. Feel like you're finally focusing on you, and if people can't get by without you doing everything, then you're just going, okay, well, I'm not going to keep doing it for you. If it falls, and that's on you. That's how they learn, right? But here comes this tangible Ace of Pentacles out of this. Focus on here. Got your hands in every damn thing. Oh, focusing here on why does like a new leap of faith feel so like that's on the other side in this dark closet? Like it feels scary for some reason, but it's not. And focus on not being scared regarding things that have had their time, so that your own time, money, energy, resources, talents can, yep, squeezy. You got to throw caution to the wind. That was our first card here. Got to take a chance on something creative, okay? Something that makes you feel powerful. That's fast forward movement. Whatever it was that we've been resisting, yeah. I don't know what that is for you here. There's some burying our head in the plumes. For the Six of Swords, Seven of Wands, pushing back, holding a boundary, or really looking at the masks that are coming at you. Right? And where does that calmer waters lead to? It's a Cups. Second card. Again, focusing on just your own cup. Everything else will still run. Yeah, Empress. In order to be treated like the Empress, you have to treat you like the Empress first here. So it's a lot of focus on your own self. I know that is hard for you, Miss Kath. Sorry, Miss Peg. I know that's hard because you're used to doing so much, but gotta learn to, and show them how to do it and say, this is how I do XYZ. I'll be with you the first couple times you try, but gotta let other people pick up the slack here. You can't, life's to be here to be enjoyed. Okay, says me. So it's hard. If I can do it, you can do it. You the Empress girl. Like this is you. You focus on number one, which is you. This is the year. Okay. This is the year you step into your Empressness, Miss Peg. Okay. I hope that helps you. Okay, this reading, I know it's fine. Yeah, I think Daddy said he is finally gonna let us all have some fun. I surely hope. Okay. Amazing Scorpio, Bradley, yep, you're there. You got your reading. Oh, you really want that question, Brandy? What the fuck is going on here? Brandy wants to know what the F is going on, Spirit. She was serious. Okay. She was serious. What the heck is going on? What is going on here, Spirit? What is going on? What is going on? Brandy wants to know. What is going on here? Okay. Spirit's like, we've been trying to tell ya. See all these blue ribbons and the hands, the spirit messages coming at you left and right. And you're like, I don't hear nothing. I don't hear it though. You get signs all the time. Okay, King of Swords, truth here. Truth of some kind of healing energy, right? What the heck is going on here? Being amongst friends, loved ones, more people, like, you need to get out a little more here. And there's that crow uh holding your crown, ready for you to reclaim some power here. It's definitely in truth. I don't think you're quite seeing your power here. Yeah. So book ending, like you being out and about, you enjoying yourself, having a good time with friends maybe you haven't seen in a while. Here's your message here to do that today. Book the lunch date. Book the, I know the weather's not great for picnic, but you can take like I wouldn't say the movies. It's something to do with food. I mean, grapes and wine. Yeah, having a good time. It's like a good girls' night out. You're due. You know what you want. You might be just missing some of the signs here. Maybe we get too wrapped up in our head here and yeah, doing the most, not using your voice, stepping into your truth, what is true for you. Because there is victory here through healing. And when you do that, okay, even though no matter how long it's taken, the hands of fate finally turn and you're celebrating. You've been getting the messages all along. You know what it is that you want. Even the smallest steps towards those, I feel like it's spirits going, I want you to speak this into existence. Use your voice. The voice is important here. There's something about well, it's a vibrational frequency, right? The vibration of your voice adds to the strength of that manifestation. First day with a new mouth. It is something with the blue ribbon winner. Means what is a blue ribbon winner? I don't know why it couldn't be another color ribbon, but I don't know if it's something specific. Is that to do with animals or something? Blue ribbon winner. There's a blue ribbon winner. You've got to speak it what you want into existence here. It's hovering in the cosmos, waiting. Victory's waiting. Victory's waiting. Your own balance. What does she got to balance here? What does she need to balance? Winged woman, your creativity. Step into that more. This is a spider web around her. That's the money, honey. Just don't know it yet. Something about a blue ribbon winner. Is that flower? I don't know what a blue ribbon winner is. I'm sorry. Sounds like something 4-H. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. What is animal husbandry? Heard the term. I have no idea what it is or why I just heard it. What the fuck is going on here? Indeed. Yeah, I mean, the moon's all about what you don't know. There's the Ace of Wands. Boy, that's made its apparent. It's rounds tonight. You said you lost your key. Well, make sure that there's an actual keyhole to put it in, as you haven't lost the key. Maybe it's just been Not the right door. But blue ribbon, I don't know why that is. If I knew more about what even the context of that meant, but for whatever reason, maybe you do. Ace of Wands, fire. Two of Wands, fire. Making a new decision here. There's a 180. Your luck's about to turn here, girlfriend. Maybe you win the blue ribbon. I don't know. It's something about a blue ribbon winner, and I have no idea what the F animal is. That breeding or something? Animal husbandry? I don't know. Owls would be like Queen of Pentacles. We got a King of Wands and a King of Swords. Step more into also your feminine energy. Okay, you've got to be able. I know you're used to, like Miss Peg, you do everything for everybody else, but make sure if someone does something nice for you, no matter how small, that you allow them to do that. Okay, there's something here it's like something is literally just gonna flip the script. They've been trying to point you to the right direction, but you have to be able to surrender, right? You have to be able to throw your hands up and say, we. And I feel like that can start just with getting out with girlfriends and kind of switching up the energy a little bit. Okay, dust your boots off, go dancing, do something fun. Have people over and play music and have a porch dance party. I don't know, maybe do some line dancing on the porch. That'd be fun. I'd come to that. Hey, as long as there are beverages and crickets to listen to and a nice fire pit, I'm in. Okay. That was probably, hope that made any kind of sense to you whatsoever, because I was confused as well, because I just don't know what those words are doing. Okay, you have to let me know. Oh, you're so welcome, Bradley, if you're still here. Thank you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Oh, you're so welcome, Diana and Monique, of course. I got Miss Kathy, right? You're welcome, Judy. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to be filled in. This is going to be a good year. I think that's everybody. Oh, was Blue Ribbon first place? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar. It was helpful for you. Could be like getting your art in front of the right people, to be like entering some kind of contest even with what you're doing. Um, yeah, because it can stand up, like getting them seen, getting them seen. Okay, I know that's the trick. You got a kid, they know their tech. They do better than we do, I think. You're so welcome. Did I forget Ashley? Did I not do Ashley? Or was I just talking to you? Of course you can. Sorry, Ash. Which kind? Love guidance, absolutely. I think you're well, I was going to say first person, but no, you're the second person to ask. I like that energy. Empress and karmic balance there with justice. There's an eclipse coming up on February 17th. Write that down. And crossroads energy here of a new beginning option. Northeast. Okay, now we're getting into the random little downloads. Just jot it down, because we don't know when it's going to be important or what messages are, like, you know what I mean? Just jot it down. Page of Swords. Love guidance for Miss Ashley. What does Spirit want her to know? Okay, well, what wanted to flip was that eclipse energy again on the 8 of. So, Shel Silverstein, I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor and I don't like it one bit. Oh no, he's nibbling my toe. Oh gee, he's up to my knee. Oh my, he's up to my eye. Like, don't let something stop it at the toe. Like, saying, chomp it. No, not chomping at the bit. Get it before it becomes before you're swallowed whole, right? There's something that has been a struggle, and the more you struggle, the tighter it squeezes around you, right? In this deck for the strength card. Because soon it could eclipse your energy, and just before you know it, oh, now it was only at your toe, but oh my, he's up to my eye. And yeah, so nip something in the bud. There it is. When you first notice it, I feel like it's something that'll make you do literally if you just saw what my face did, like you recognize it when somebody says it or does it, but don't be the too nice person and not say anything. You gotta say something. Okay. All right. Love advice for Ash. That might be a whole separate message. I don't know. Okay. There's love question, Two of Cups. What you want wants you. This is something you are choosing. Okay. Yeah, before something becomes, and I did say toe. So when something starts at the toe, that's when to say this. Don't wait until it eclipses your energy and becomes a whole thing. You have the choice here whether to stay or go. This and this energy, this other person, remember, Two of Cups is on a spectrum, right? So depending on what comes with it, this could be like a neighbor. Hey, thanks for getting my mail. I'll get your mail when you go out of town the next time. But with the Tower, that's a something that starts small but like can take over quickly. Is someone trying to take over duties or do something that you're like, but I want it this way? And they're like, it's a commandeering. What's this commandeering energy I'm feeling? And then it just like, yeah, it like swallows the whole tree. This is someone who like takes up a lot of damn energy. Is it like a mother-in-law energy, or it's like trying to pacify somebody? But if it's not really what you want, you better put your foot down now while they're only eating your toe before they take over, before you know it, because then they'll just take over every fucking thing, and then you don't want to do it. Like you're like, this doesn't even have anything to do with me at all. This is your time, your choice, you're the decider. But it can quickly get out of hand if you let someone have their way, okay? Someone who's like Bossy McFlossy, who is like commandeering something the needs and wants that you have. If you want to choose it yourself, do not say yes. I'm feeling protective over your energy here. Okay, Page of Cups, Ten of Wands. So setting down a burden about someone else's energy. They're like, I'm sorry. It's like very childish, right? And you're like, oh, it's okay. But if you let them act like a little baby now, they're going to act like a man-sized baby. Just for example, not saying it's anybody you know, could be like, you let the mother-in-law act like a, just small, this small suggestion, no, because they'll take over the whole fucking thing. And put your foot down while you can, while it won't be such a mess to clear up. Okay. You don't have to be so accommodating. The burden is you being so accommodating here. That's what that is. And I feel like you've done that in the past, okay? It always turns into a tower. So you've got to look back at where did I not put up my boundaries, or at what point should I have started saying something, but then a year later or 3 years later, now it's a big, huge problem. But because I didn't say anything when it very first started to annoy the fuck out of me, now it's like, oh, it swallowed you whole. Okay. Now you're looking towards the sun. Thank God. Okay. There's transformation. I'm glad we're talking now, honey, because by you being so willing to kind of change up and accommodate everyone else, what you want gets lost here, right? You got to focus on your happiness, your son. You're the one being transformed here. You're making this transformation of, oh no, you're not going to just start at the toe. And then before I can even speak on it, you're already up to my eye. And see how these two colors are like yin and yang, they're superimposed. This is mostly red in the background with a little bit of white, and this is white on the outsides with a little bit of red here in the center. You're flipping the script here. Your transformation is you standing up for your happiness and what you want. Okay. Go one more. Yeah, this was a hard lesson learned. I don't know what. Yeah, look at that. Hermit and World. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. Okay, why these guys here? You've already learned this lesson before, that you're getting this message from me today, Page of Pentacles, the snake. You've already learned this lesson of the past. Okay, that's been a common denominator. And that's you look in the mirror of like, how do I keep the violet flame going here? I stand up for myself. I've learned not to allow someone to take over my energy. This stops. No more, and that's what brings your victory here. Good. And then the flip top head of the divine feminine, the divine masculine coming together in victory. Now, don't feel bad about how long you've known that person. If they're overstepping a boundary, they're overstepping. But this is about you nipping it in the bud so that you don't repeat a pattern of something like your needs and wants and your ideas from the very beginning, then just get totally swallowed whole. Talk about it when they're just overtly trying to eat your foot. Okay. That's where it starts. And then you give them an inch and they take a fucking mile. Like everybody's been through that. So advice for love here is things that you've learned before, like you get to choose your happiness, but don't let the little things go. Okay. Especially at the beginning. Don't let the little things go, because the little things turn into big things. And what was once your choice, now you're like, I got no choice. Okay. Like love. It's not a, can I get more? Okay. No, it doesn't feel like, I mean, it's a lot of major arcana cards here, so this is like a major lesson for you to overcome. But you can still be firm and be kind. It's not about just, oh, I'm not going to say anything that would hurt their feelings. Fuck that. No, because then it does become a thing. Okay. It's like you got to put these people or whoever that is in place the very first time. Maybe you let them get away with it and you're like, okay, I didn't like the way that went down. And then you have a conversation of, in the future, if you have an interest, or if you want to talk to me about something, please approach me directly. Don't go like nipping at my toes. Like, just freaking say it. Okay. Can I get a love card here? But I think the days of you not prioritizing your own happiness first are over here. Okay, yeah, you're letting that old habit go. Okay, you deserve all the good things in the world. And right now, I'm not in a space to give you the type of connection you deserve. Live your life and let me go. So, if this is someone's opinions that you are like, oh, I've got to make sure I consider their opinion. Um, this is a person it could be out of fear too, afraid of emotional intimacy. Only cup I have, well, I got 2 of cups, page of cups. 2 of cups is just the beginning. You can have a 2 of cups with anyone. But I feel like the more that you see that pattern of, oh, I didn't nip that in the bud. And my lesson here is no, I stand up for me. I stand up for what I want. And then that is the end. I learned the lesson of allowing someone some kind of comment to start small and then before I know it, commandeering the whole thing. I feel like that's your transformation here. Feel like that's a big old lesson, girlfriend, like a big one. Yeah. Don't worry about this person says you're in the right here. Okay. Beauty amazes me, and I'm not sure how um, I attracted in someone like you, but I'm forever grateful. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't feel like the love. It's someone else in the, putting their 2 cents in, and I just wouldn't be polite about it. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. Okay. You don't have to be nice about this. All right. Especially if it's something that means a lot to you. Okay. With all this major arcana here, there's no way this is not a major lesson for you. When you get that little, the face, the feeling. That first one, if it rubs you the wrong way, simply say, "Oh, um, that's interesting. Why do you say that?" Or if someone asks you a personal question that's none of their fucking business, oh, it's interesting. Why do you ask? You don't have to answer the question. You just have to get more clever with putting your boundaries up of that's none of your fucking business. Right? Sorry, but if this feels like a person that just usually gets their way by pushing and pushing and pushing, I don't mean to dwell on it, but it'll get much worse. If you allow your toe to be swallowed, you're going to allow your whole light to be swallowed. You got to focus on your sun the entire time. Okay. This has been a pattern before of not speaking up for you. And I don't know if that's true yet. I have no idea if that's just what I'm getting. Okay. Putting down the burden of just allowing others' opinions to permeate your own. Right here. Trust yourself. All right, honey. Got to trust yourself. Miss Diana's still here since she's the only one that asked about love. Let me get you a little quick card here, Diana. 21841. Okay, just real quick for Miss Diana, because you're reading. I was like, oh, that's spicy. What's this spicy energy? That was so sweet of you. I hope that helps you, Miss Ash. Yeah, firm but direct. No is a complete sentence. 1000%. Okay. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine energy within me and externally. Okay. So I was going to say, I feel like that was old. And this is whatever you moved on from. I don't know if that was a person, but look at that. You attracted each other there before you each had a parental wound. And that felt like the familiarity of it. What about the new? What was that new juicy? What was the new? Fergalicious here for Miss Diana. Was that yummy energy coming her way? Just desserts? Desserts. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Well, obsessed. This person's obsessed with you. And then maybe this old energy gets all salty when you meet someone new because they think they still have a hold on you, perhaps. They ain't happy about it, but they have reason to be because the new person's awesome. They should be jealous. They might be like a little obsessive energy, but I think it only feels that way because you're not used to it. Not that you're not used to being obsessed over, but this is just a lot of person giving you attention, and yeah, not used to that, perhaps. I don't know if that's true or not, but just as a little side message for you there. I hope that helps you guys. Okay, guys, I am going to go grab some dinner. Thanks for me putting up with me looking like this. I appreciate you. Life's just been continuing to be a little more knuck and futz than I thought it was going to be for the new year, but it's okay. We got this. We got the new start, new year happening. So, with that, much love from my heart to yours. And I so appreciate, I feel like myself again and stepping into joy whenever I get to read live with you guys. So, thank you. Super important to me. Love you lots. Aw, Miss Peg, you're so sweet. Thank you. You have a great night too. Yes. And yeah, I'm not bullying myself. I just know that I can look a lot better. I just did not have time today. Y'all are lucky I even have a bra on. So consider yourself blessed since I have a bra on. Nobody wants to see that. All right, guys, I love you lots. I will see you on the next one.